Days of Our Lives May Sophia's Showdown, EJ's Secret Mission, and Prom Night Drama in Salem. Sophia Choi's Birthday Reckoning. The day she stops being a child. For Sophia Choi, this is not just another birthday. This is her 18th birthday, a moment that society sees as the transition from child to adult, and Sophia is determined to make that transition on her own terms. The sweet, reserved girl we've watched grow up is now ready to stand tall, even if it means standing alone. Spoilers indicate that Sophia, Rachel Boyd, is planning a dramatic and bold move as she steps into adulthood. This isn't about cake, candles, or even prom dresses. This is about control. Control over her life, control over her body, and most importantly, control over her future. At the center of her internal storm is her mother, Amy Choi, Sherna Nielsen, whose overbearing ways and tightly gripped opinions have long cast a shadow over Sophia's choices. Now that Johnny and Chanel Dupree DiMera have stepped away from their offer to adopt Sophia's baby, Amy sees this as her chance to swoop in and make the final call. But Sophia isn't having it. Sources close to the storyline reveal that Sophia is preparing for a powerful confrontation. For the first time, she's going to look her mother in the eye and tell her, in no uncertain terms, that the days of being spoken for are over. This baby, her baby, is her decision now. Will she move forward with a new adoption plan? Will she change her mind completely and keep the child? All signs point to Sophia turning to an unlikely ally, Tate Black, Leo Howard. Tate Black, Prom Night, and Distractions with Purpose. Tate has been in Sophia's orbit for a while now, sometimes as a friend, sometimes as something more complicated. This week, he may be her anchor, or at the very least, her distraction. Spoilers suggest Tate will try to lift Sophia's spirits by pulling her into the excitement of prom season. But this isn't just about corsages and awkward slow dances. Prom night is shaping up to be a pivotal event, a night where emotions run high and decisions are made in the rush of youthful adrenaline. Will Tate confess deeper feelings? Will Sophia let herself be a teenager for just one night? And is this dance just the beginning of a new connection between them? One that may influence her decisions about the baby? With the tension between Sophia and Amy at a breaking point and no adoptive parents currently on the horizon, the next chapter in Sophia's story may be more uncertain than ever. But one thing is clear, Sophia is no longer a girl who waits for life to happen to her. She's choosing her own path, even if that path comes with consequences. EJ DiMera. Secrets, surveillance, and silent orders while Sophia battles her demons. Another figure in Salem moves his pawns across the board in secret. EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, has always been a man of control, of plans that rarely see the light of day until it's too late for anyone to stop them. This week, he'll be orchestrating a series of covert moves that could either protect his family or destroy it from within. In the aftermath of the shooting incident that has left Salem shaken, there are whispers and suspicions that Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, may have been involved, a theory seemingly supported by grainy, misleading footage. And while Chanel stands by Johnny, and others rush to his defense, EJ is taking no chances. He assigns Rita Leslie Maggie Carney a task, one that could change everything. As a trusted agent, Rita may be asked to dig deeper into the shooting. Is EJ hoping she'll find evidence clearing his son? Or is he preparing to cover his tracks if the truth is more damning than he can bear? Kat Green, Chad DiMera, and an unlikely matchmaking plot, and in true DiMera fashion, EJ's plans don't end with family investigations. In an unexpected twist, EJ appears to be meddling in matters of the heart. Not his own, but that of his brother, Chad DiMera Billy Flynn. Having recently won a silent auction that included an evening with the glamorous Kat Green, Annalyn McCord, EJ may use this opportunity to play a different kind of matchmaker. Grateful to Chad for stepping in during the chaos following the shooting, EJ might offer Kat's company as a thank you, and perhaps a nudge toward romance. Is this an act of generosity, or is EJ setting something in motion for his own long-term goals? Kat Green is no shrinking violet. Known for her charm, independence, and refusal to play by anyone's rules, she may just be the spark Chad didn't know he needed. And with Chad still carrying the weight of past losses, could this evening turn into the beginning of something healing, or just another detour in his emotional journey? Next, Belle Black follows her heart, but at what cost? Belle Black, Martha Madison, has never been one to live recklessly. the daughter of the revered Dr. Marlena Evans Deidre Hall. Belle was raised in a household of values, compassion, and clear-eyed wisdom. But even the wisest daughters sometimes ignore their mother's advice, and that's exactly what Belle is doing. Despite Marlena's well-meaning warnings and the concerned whispers of those closest to her, Belle is falling deeper into a romance that could devastate her. Her heart has led her straight into the arms of E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, a man whose history is filled with manipulation, violence, and betrayal. Yet Belle sees something else. A man trying to change, a soul seeking redemption. Belle has always been a woman of intelligence, reason, and measured decisions. So why now, when the stakes are so high, is she choosing emotion over caution? Love doesn't always make sense. It doesn't come with guarantees or easy answers. Belle believes in EJ's transformation. She believes in his effort to be a better man, not just for her, but for his family. But can love alone rewrite the past? This week, Belle may find herself defending EJ more fiercely than ever, even as his secrets deepen. And while the heart wants what it wants, Days fans know loving a DiMera almost always comes at a price. Johnny and Chanel's marital crossroads. Can love survive the storm? While Belle battles matters of the heart, Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel Dupree DiMera, Raven Bowens, face a different kind of emotional crisis, one that may force them to redefine what their marriage truly means. Their dream of building a family seemed so simple at first. When they decided to adopt Tate and Sophia's baby, it felt like a step forward, a way to grow their love and anchor their lives together. But now, with the adoption off the table and Sophia making her own decisions about her child, Johnny and Chanel are left adrift. Without the baby, what is their marriage built on? Can they rediscover the love that brought them together, or has too much changed? Johnny is haunted by guilt over his involvement in recent violent events, and over the possibility that his past continues to endanger those he loves. Chanel, meanwhile, struggles with feelings of loss, failure, and confusion. She wanted to be a mother. She wanted that future, and now it's gone. This week, the couple may confront their deepest fears and have some brutally honest conversations. Do they still believe in the same future? Can they move forward without resentment? Or will this chapter end in heartbreak? Salem has seen its share of broken marriages, but it has also seen incredible resilience. Fans will have to watch closely to see which path Johnny and Chanel choose. Sean and Steve's high-stakes gamble to save Beau in one of the week's most daring subplots. Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, and Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, will step far outside the law to do what they believe is right. Their mission? To steal a life-saving drug, Versavix, for a man who has meant everything to them. Beau Brady, Peter Reckel. Beau's health continues to deteriorate and traditional avenues have failed. Doctors are out of options. The hospital's red tape is strangling any chance at a miracle. So Sean and Steve are taking matters into their own hands. They know the risks. If they get caught, they could lose everything: careers, reputations, even their freedom. But they also know that Beau deserves a fighting chance. And if that means breaking the rules, they're willing to do it. The heist will not be simple. Surveillance, security, and suspicion surround the Versavix stockpile. One wrong move could spell disaster. Not just for them, but for Beau's only remaining hope. This emotional storyline will test bonds of brotherhood, loyalty, and family. It's not just about medicine. It's about saving a man who once saved so many others. Will their plan succeed? Or will the cost of this desperate act prove too high? Gabby in the crosshairs. Secrets, suspicions, and a race against time. Elsewhere in Salem, Gabby Hernandez, Sherry Jimenez, is discovering that secrets have a way of catching up with you, especially when you're being watched. Spoilers hint that Leo Stark, Greg Ricart, and Susan Banks, Stacey Hayduke, are growing increasingly suspicious about what really happened the night EJ was targeted. The attempted shooting left scars across Salem, emotional, physical, and psychological. But it also left behind questions. Questions Gabby may not be ready to answer. Susan, known for her eccentric but surprisingly accurate intuition, is picking up on Gabby's evasive behavior. And Leo, ever the opportunist, smells scandal. These two unlikely allies may combine forces to uncover the truth. And if they do, Gabby could find herself cornered in more ways than one. What is Gabby hiding? Could she have had a hand in the violent plot that rocked the DiMera family? Or is she simply protecting someone else? Someone she loves? In typical Salem fashion, digging into one secret tends to reveal many others. And this investigation could unravel more than just Gabi's carefully guarded lies. A week that could change everything. The week of May 5th to 9th is shaping up to be a turning point across the board. Emotions will boil over. Truths will be exposed. And several characters will be forced to make choices that could alter their lives forever. Will Belle's heart lead her to salvation or to ruin? Can Johnny and Chanel rebuild their marriage without the family they dreamed of? Will Beau get the miracle he needs, or will Sean and Steve's plan collapse? And can Gabi outrun the shadows creeping ever closer? In Salem, nothing is ever simple. And next week, the drama is as real as it gets. Stay tuned for one of the most gripping weeks yet on Days of Our Lives, where love is messy, families are complicated, and every secret is just one slip away from exposure.